what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Rafael's Insights. Welcome. I welcome you into the world of Start, the divine, the beautiful. Before we get started, you guys already know we gotta spray ourselves with lots and lots of perfume, lots and lots of Siete Machos is actually what I'm using right now. This is Siete Machos to cut the negative energies. Yeah. Anyways, this is going to be the video for the predictions of January 2025. I keep trying to say 2024, but no, we're in the new year. January 2025, new year, new me. Anyways, before we get started, remember to follow me on all my social medias. If you guys like what I do and what I talk about, I have something different in every single social media. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, on Facebook, on my other platforms, you should go check them out. You'll probably find something different than what I do here. And I do also do cameos. If you guys want me to sing happy birthday to you, if you guys want me to sing happy birthday to you, then I can do that too. Or you just want me to say happy new year, I'll be like Alice Elm, somebody that I've seen on TikTok. How funny. I did open my private readings for the month of January. Go and check them out. You'll find them in the description below. And while you're at it, check out my other stuff. I have my shop where I sell my spiritual sprays. This is a spiritual spray for cleansing. I have the money one. I have a lot of things. Anyways, let's get started. Let's see what the month of January has in store for us. The month of January 2025 is dominated by the card of the Magician. The Magician is the energy of God. But in this sense, the card of the Magician tells me that there's some major changes coming. There's major changes. It's going to be a month of major change. In terms of everything having to do with communication, social medias, in terms of TV stations. It tells me that there's going to be TV programs that completely disappear, or that there's going to be like a complete change to the way that shows are watched, or a complete change in terms of the way TV companies work, because things are changing. And this is going to be the year of major changes. And one of the major changes that I see is that TV is going to completely change forever. Social media is going to completely change forever. Not only that, but the card of the Magician also tells me that there's going to be problems with social medias, with the internet, with communications as well. And I see something along the lines of like spies, something related towards like spying or hacking in this month as well. With the card of the Magician, it's also dominated with the card of the Wheel of Fortune as well, because of the number 10. These two cards here tell me, one tells me major changes in terms of hospitals, in terms of schools, in terms of borders, in terms of major changes in terms of a lot of different things, communication, TV. But the Wheel of Fortune also tells me that there's going to be major changes in terms of bills, laws, in terms of laws being removed, or new laws being put into effect. Nonetheless, this month is all about changes, about communication, changes to communications, and many more. The card of the Chariot tells me that the problems with planes are going to continue. The problems with aircrafts, crashes, airplanes are going to continue. That we're going to continue to see. Definitely, I don't believe in coincidences. When things are happening the way they are, all of a sudden everything starts having issues, is because someone's behind it. And that's the other thing that I see. I see terror attacks or terrorist attacks that are coming back, especially this year. The way that we started the year already tells me that I am 100% correct. I see a vision of someone trying to repeat 9/11, which I had already said it before. Especially because it's going to be the year of the snake. The year of the snake. The snake is the devil. The snake is the representation of the devil. So that's why I see that terror attacks or terrorist attacks are going to come back in full force this year. In this month, I see a terror attack against Trump's life, an attempt against Trump's life. It's not a coincidence that Tesla exploded in front of the T Tower, in terms of the Trump Tower. It's not a coincidence. It's a warning. I already told you guys. The people that follow Trump, his followers, are very radical in themselves. So if they don't like him, I'm not surprised that they would go after him as well. But here, I see a terror attack, an attempt against Trump's life, an attempt against another politician or political person, um, and I see that it's either the New World Order that doesn't want him in power, or one of his own people that is tired of him as well. One of Trump's own people trying to betray him as well. Climate. The cold is coming in historical. I see that the cold is coming in historical. The way that I see that temperatures are going to be reaching historical lows in the US, in Canada, in Europe. Definitely with the card of the death card, the storms, I see them forming a lot faster. I see them forming a lot stronger, and I see temperatures going historically low, lower than their normal. The sun is also dominating climate. The sun the sun continues to dominate. It's going to continue a bit strange. Certain places a bit warmer than what we're supposed to be already in winter, and then other places completely frozen. Temperatures lower than ever. Earthquakes. I see an earthquake for Alaska or Haiti, 6.4 to 6.8. I also see one for Mexico, 6.1 to 6.3. Mexico, Latin America, earthquake 6.1 to 6.3 is what I'm visualizing. For Mexico, I see radical changes, positive radical changes, or for Latin America, radical positive changes, because I see oppression ending for those places where they're still oppressed, where they still have dictators. Oppression's going to end. I definitely see that it begins to end, it begins to move. But with the card of the Temperance for Mexico, I see that there's positive changes coming, but I still see tensions between Mexico and the card of the Temperance, Mexico, Latin America. Latin America, I see that there's positive changes coming to Latin America, specifically Latin America, because everywhere else things are going to be a little bit difficult. But Latin America, since Latin America has been oppressed with dictators for a long time, that change is coming. That change is definitely coming. In terms of the Temperance, it tells me that oppression is going to begin to end, or begins to move in a better direction, where it's going to finally start looking like it's coming to an end. I do see tensions between Mexico and and Trump, or Claudia and Trump, but that's going to resolve. They're going to be able to come to an agreement. The tensions are going to be rising between them, but I see them being able to come to an agreement, or being able to negotiate something to calm that down. That she's going to know what to do when he tries to push at her. I see the death of another ex-president in Latin America. I see the death of another ex-president in Latin America, and also Bill Clinton needs to take care of himself in the U.S. Bill Clinton, I see that death is following Bill Clinton. He's going to continue to struggle with his health, and he needs to be very cautious, especially with the energy of death following him. And I see the Prime Minister or President of Canada not being reelected, or not fighting hard enough to be reelected, because I see that somebody else could come into power in Canada. In the moment, Poland is requiring every other kids to learn how to use weapons. They know something we don't. Tensions begin to elevate between Ukraine and Russia, and something's going on related towards Poland as well. They're already expecting Putin to attack Poland, or to continue on after Ukraine. So definitely, I see the war between Ukraine and Russia continue to elevate itself. And I see the transfer of power between King Charles and one of his sons. They're already starting to plan, or definitely either King Charles passes away, or he's too weak to continue and he's preparing the transfer of power. When Trump take when Trump when Trump has his when Trump has his inauguration, he's going to definitely put out a lot of executive orders. I'm visualizing between 19 to 2021 executive orders that he's going to be putting out. Definitely, he's going to be putting out executive orders for sure. And I do see, unfortunately, I do see a lot of deportations, and but I also see that there's going to be a negotiation with that as well. That yes, it's going to be some difficult times in terms of for illegal immigrants and immigrants, but that's going to fix itself as well. That there's going to be some sort of an agreement or someone's going to be fighting back to stop that. We definitely started the year with very violent. The very first day, with that tragedy that happened, with that terror attack that happened with the person with the vehicle in New Orleans, and it just tells us that's how this year is going to be. It's going to be a violent year. I see an attempt, an attempt in the UK, either in a school, in a bus, or an atentado, and also in the United States. I see another school shooting. Unfortunately, it's going to continue. I'm going to have to continue to predict that. And I do see another school shooting, and I do see more atentados. And in terms of terrorist attacks, like I said, they're coming back in full force as of this year. The year of the snake is around the corner. The Lunar New Year is around the corner. Definitely, the snake is the representation of the devil. With it being the year of the snake, the one that needs to take care of himself is the Pope, because I see a new Pope either this year or next year. But I see a new Pope, and I see that the Pope is going to be struggling a lot with his health, because the devil's going to be attacking him as aggressively as he can. Definitely with the year of the snake around the corner, I see the Pope's health either in critical condition or dealing with critical problems in terms of, or dealing with health problems that are going to be continuously attacking him all year long. Definitely for the Super Bowl, it looks like the Chiefs are going to make it. It's definitely going to be the game is going to be between the Chiefs and someone else, because we cannot deny that the Chiefs. There's been nobody that can knock them down this time. They've won almost every single game. The only ones that beat them were the Lions. But it's definitely going to be the Chiefs against somebody else. The Chiefs are definitely going to make it to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be the game between the Chiefs and either Ravens, Lions, Bills, Eagles. It's going to be the Chiefs against somebody else. But definitely they have, I don't know if they have luck or what do they have on their side, but they have the energy of triumph and victory. Later on, I'll tell you guys who is going to be the winner once we reach that barrier. Other than that, that's pretty much it for my predictions for the month of January. Definitely tune into my show, you guys, my show, the Rafael's Insight Show, and we'll talk about more predictions. I definitely predict more there. But for now, I'll leave you guys with that. I'll leave you guys with this, and it was an absolute pleasure. Remember to follow me on all my social medias and hit the like button. I think a lot of people forget to hit the like button. Hit the like button so that it can continue to spread. And it's an absolute pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure to be able to do this for you guys. And it's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure. I left you the link in the description below to book a reading or purchase my products, whatever you want to do. But make sure you follow me on all my platforms, especially if you're one of my followers that have been following me for a long time. I did make a new Instagram, and I come on and join my Instagram. You won't regret it. It's an absolute pleasure. It's always a pleasure. You have a great evening, and it's always a pleasure. Bye bye.